This is Project Command, and you're listening to Flashpoints, quick, sharp hits that turn big project management concepts into everyday tools for the fire service. I'm Lieutenant Duke Cuneo, and I'll be your host. Today's Flashpoint: frustration is the enemy. Frustration is the enemy to your project, not failure, not resistance, not even lack of resources. Frustration is what quietly kills projects long before anyone declares them dead. On an emergency scene, we know what unmanaged frustration can look like. Crews standing by with no assignment, conflicting direction from multiple leaders, long pauses where nothing seems to move. That frustration doesn't stay contained, it leaks. And once it leaks, discipline breaks down. Projects work the same way. Frustration shows up when authority is unclear, decisions stall, or priorities shift without explanation. People stop waiting. They start freelancing. They fill the silence with action, and not always the right action. That's when projects drift off course. Here's the trap. Frustration often gets mislabeled as a people problem. Someone's negative. Someone's difficult. Someone just doesn't get it. Most of the time, that's wrong. Frustration is a system signal, not a personality flaw. It's telling you something in the structure is broken. Unclear ownership, delayed decisions, missing scope boundaries, or leadership that hasn't reduced uncertainty. On the fireground, if two chiefs give conflicting direction, the problem isn't the crew, it's command. In projects, it's the same. Confusion upstream creates frustration downstream. Left unmanaged, frustration turns into scope creep. People start solving problems they weren't assigned. Side projects multiply. Meetings continue, but progress stalls. Motion replaces momentum. Projects don't usually fail in a dramatic moment, but sometimes they bleed out, slowly, quietly, under the weight of unresolved frustration. That brings us to the leadership piece. Your job as a project manager is not to eliminate frustration entirely. That's impossible. Change, complexity, and pressure always create friction. Your job is to absorb frustration, not transmit it. A good incident commander doesn't panic on the radio. The IC absorbs chaos so crews can execute with clarity. Project leaders have to do the same. When leadership vents frustration downward, it amplifies the problem. When frustration gets translated into urgency without clarity, it creates churn. When leaders pass uncertainty downstream instead of resolving it, they guarantee drift. Absorbing frustration means doing a few hard things consistently. First, reduce ambiguity fast. Even an imperfect decision is better than silence. Waiting for perfect information almost always increases frustration. Second, define lanes clearly. What matters now? What does not? What is explicitly out of scope? Boundaries reduce frustration more than motivational speeches ever will. Third, name the friction. If a decision is stuck, say it out loud. If priorities changed, explain why. I can't say this enough. Transparency diffuses frustration because it restores trust in the system. And finally, shorten feedback loops. Small wins matter. Visible progress matters. People tolerate pressure when they see movement. Frustration thrives in the dark. It weakens discipline, distorts priorities, and drains energy from good people. When leaders absorb it, when they translate noise into direction, frustration loses its power. Because clarity is the antidote, and leadership is the filter. Remember, frustration is the enemy, but only if you let it roam free. Once again, I'm Lieutenant Duke Cuneo, and this has been Project Command Flashpoints. If you like what you've listened to today, please consider liking, sharing, or subscribing to the Project Command podcast wherever you get your content. Questions or comments? We'd love to see them. Send them our way. The email address is projectcommandpodcast@gmail.com. That's projectcommandpodcast@gmail.com. Thanks again for listening.